Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to my very first episode of Disco Elysium. So, I've never played this game before, and what you're going to see is it does say here continue, but that's because I'm recording this actually quite a few weeks after I first started playing this game. So I've been doing this sort of a little bit in the background. Most of you from my channel will know me for my Moonbreaker content, and that's something I'm absolutely intending on keeping up with. However, I'm looking at maybe taking, one day a week to have a break and play something a little bit different and upload that to the channel. So Disco Elysium is something that I've just heard incredible things about, really, positive feedback from it all in all, and it's something I've really wanted to get into. So at the time of recording this, I genuinely have only been playing for a few hours. You're going to see me starting from the very beginning with no idea what I'm getting myself in for, and honestly it seems great, so I'm really keen to keep this going. I've actually had a really busy schedule over the past couple of months, so you'll notice that there'll be a dramatic change in my appearance throughout this. You'll probably see me age by about 2 months over the next 4 videos, and I'm going to try and release these semi-regularly, so I haven't figured out a set timescale for these yet, but I'm really looking forward to sort of figuring out how exactly to balance these with the Moonbreaker content, and I'd love to hear your opinion as well. So for now, I'm going to jump into the game. I'll cut to me from a couple of months ago, I think it is, and we'll get started from there. If you enjoy the content, please do hit that subscribe button. Feel free to head down to the Patreon down below. The Patreon is only currently so far set up with any sort of rewards in relation to Moonbreaker content, but if you've got any suggestions, I would love to hear it. I really am keen to sort of get the channel growing on loads of different respects, and all in all, I'm just happy to have you here. So please drop anything you want to in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and for now, I'll see you back in the game. Okay, so here we are. I'm about to click new game. My first ever playthrough. I know nothing about this, don't even know a single character's name. Before I do, I just want to say, this menu screen is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It looks like a proper, like watercolour painting, or oil painting maybe, looking at it. I'm not big on art. I love, sometimes there's nice things to look at, but I don't really know anything about it. And for some reason, it almost gives me like a Frostpunk vibe. That's another game I've really enjoyed, so really interested to see where this goes. Got something that looks like a cross between clouds or an explosion. We've got a church. I love this. It looks gorgeous, so I can't wait to get started, and hopefully we'll have a lot of fun with this. Okay, select archetype. I was not expecting this immediately. I genuinely didn't even know there was a character creation here. So we've got the Thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Okay, so far, that sounds like me. I would say I tend to be alright with people. The only thing I would say is that sometimes I'm completely oblivious as if I'm saying the wrong thing. So that might be a good choice. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. Okay. And then physical, extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done but dumb as a rock. I'm not going to go for the physical one. And looking at these, so we've got obviously these statistics, so we've got intelligence, which is logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric, drama, conceptualization, visual, calculus. Psyche, so volition, inland empire, empathy, authority, suggestion, esprit de corps. Okay, don't know what that even. Spirit of the body, maybe? How well your body is built, physical instrument, electrochemistry, endurance, half-life, pain threshold, and shivers, and motorics. Okay, that's an interesting word. I don't think I've ever even heard that word before. Hand-eye coordination, perception, reaction speed, savoir-faire, interfacing, and composure. Honestly, I'm leaning towards this just because I like the idea of encyclopedia. I'm not going to create my own. I really like the idea of picking one of the standard archetypes, and this one seems like me. I'm a little bit more empathetic, but I feel like in real life I'll be across seeing these. I'm going to go with the Thinker. Let's put a bit of ego behind myself. Let's say I'm extremely intelligent. Definitely wouldn't necessarily say that's really the case. The Furies at home in the mirror is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Okay. Begin. Let's see what
there is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness.
That's a great voice.
Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Okay. Ancient reptilian brain. This is already weirder than I expected. I wasn't expecting alien or reptilian based consciousness. Okay, warm primordial blackness. Consciousness. Okay.
Ever.
Ever.
Never, ever.
So I can simply keep on non-existing or never ever ever. So I feel like never ever ever is sort of a bit cocky, but it also sort of wakes. Yeah, it feels like a sort of an awakening of consciousness choice. I'm going to go with that.
Never, ever, ever, baby.
That felt a bit Austin Powers-esque to me, but sure. Back to keeping on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Okay. I'm really not sure what to think of this. This has thrown me a little bit. This is great. Give me some more. What was it? Let's go. What about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Okay, so I believe I would like to become a conscious entity. So I'm going to continue to ask about the knowing about the X something. The other option being plunge back into the fathomless deep. No, thank you.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
Of course, I definitely know what that word means. Okay, I already sometimes, like, I'd like to think I'm intelligent, but maybe me choosing that option has led me to have words that I genuinely don't even understand. Like, this is probably using a lot bigger words than I can actually cope with sometimes. So we can either go allons-y, never let me go, or no, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Fine, I'm making the decision to go towards consciousness here.
Really?
This is correct. This is absolutely me. Don't be. So I've said, no, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Do you really? Don't be naive, of course not. I want to sail the inky blackness forever. Sorry, I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends. I'm still voting for consciousness.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion?
Bludgeon yourself into oblivion.
Or
Lovely.
did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Slight error in transcript versus voice line there, but I literally am not bothered in the slightest. So this feels almost as if I'm in some sort of self-inflicted stupor. I'm like, it almost feels like a, drug or alcohol-induced state of mind. I'm just trying to bring myself back to humanity. I did this for myself.
You're one disco mother.
Okay, I'm one disco mother.
There's
What
this
is
giant
waiting for
ball
me?
there. An evil ape. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
I love it that they describe humanity as evil apes duking it out on a giant ball. I'm assuming this is what this is. And my only two responses are, how big is the ball or how small are the apes? There's no other questions. The only thing I'm thinking of is how big or how small. How big's the ball?
Can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
Okay, and then how small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
And this duking out I keep hearing about, what is that?
Dying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
Okay, well, I'm not one who's particularly in the market for violence, so I'll just say that's sad. That's my
Yes,
correct
It
approach.
is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
Okay, what do you mean drowned?
You lost.
Okay, that sounds more like it. Also, I'm trying to see, like, felled patent. I've got some weird noises going on in the background here, which is slightly unsettling.
The sound outside, you recognize it. It's a Caprice Canadian motor carriage.
Encyclopedia. I don't know what this means. Encyclopedia medium success. The sound. Oh, is this maybe sort of saying what I'm aware of? This noise is creepy. Open my eyes. Okay, getting a bit louder. Okay, so this is sort of the art style. Like I've obviously seen screenshots and things. I like the tie swinging around on the ceiling fan. What is going on here? Is this like a plant or a tape deck that's been destroyed? Oh, I am a handsome human being. Okay, I mean, can I move around? Oh, okay, I can move with WASD. Oh, okay, holding right click gives me options for interactable things, I assume. So let's just try and get dressed. I get a bit of savoir-faire. Let's pick up a shirt, which is esprit de corps. Okay, what else we got? I can't even see what this is. Oh, is that the broken window?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Visual calculus, assess the damage. Look out or leave. Okay. This is a white check, you may retry it.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Okay, so we're getting the beginning of... Oh, so these are like different abilities you've used. Okay.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
Okay, so it probably wasn't me, or this happened a long time ago.
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Okay, good to know.
Something you've done before.
So I clearly am like a detective of some sort. I'm
It is
figuring
too
this out.
large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're
Something
looking for
heavy?
something heavy and larger than your fist.
Okay, so I need to get to the other
Like
side to
the
look for
green
that.
shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend.
That probably answers that. Oh, we've got the exit to the apartment there, it looks like.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't me. I should go and get that shoe. I don't need it. I don't need anyone. I don't think I've got enough information to go with the top one. This doesn't really feel like my attitude. I don't need it. I don't need anyone. So I'm going to say I should go and get that
Cool
shoe.
wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Okay. So at some point I need to go outside and get that. Is there... So let's click on this bottle. An empty bottle of Commodore Red. What's this? Oh, so it was a cassette case. Okay, we'll take that.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut
Oh yeah, because it's
pants.
like 70s-ish, isn't it? Keys in my flare-cut pants.
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Okay, whirling in rags doesn't mean anything to me. Maybe it's a bar or a motel or something. Single key on the ring, door
The
number 1.
whirling in rags is
Oh.
a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
There we go, so it's a hostel cafeteria. Interesting combination of businesses there. Is there something else we can... Okay, it's still running on empty, but we've got a cassette tape. So how do we use this? Can we put it in held? No. Okay, so we can't do anything with... Hang on, what's this? We might as well go get one shoe. Green shoe, left foot. Get our tie, get a little bit more suave going on. See if we can...
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie
A
has
truly
somehow
horrific
attached
necktie.
itself to one of the blades.
Pull on the fan, pull on the light bulb. Ooh. Savoir faire. Let's go pull on the
The
fan.
blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
I mean, +3. Ah, there we go. Grab the tie.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
Wonderful. I have a tie.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Okay, let's see what the light bulb does.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole.
Okay, so I am definitely almost definitely
The
hungover.
lights are off.
This door being smashed down as well makes me think maybe it wasn't me that threw things out the window. So we can obviously still move there. We can left click to move as well. So let's check this bathtub out. Lovely. Okay, we've got a shirt, so now we should be looking somewhat presentable. Let's see what the mirror says.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Oh, yeah.
Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities, virile, uncaring towards the little things? Probably not, no.
Okay, we've got another success.
Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man.
I am starting to get the impression that the actual sort of internal monologue is based on which character you
realise
pick,
you
or
have
the
no memory of the
statistics,
face that awaits you there, underneath
which is
the
very
soft
interesting. No more face of exist. I'm going to wipe the mirror.
as you slowly reach your hand towards the
See what we
surface
can
of
find
the
out.
mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
I'm not sure I like the idea that I don't want to see my own face. Yeah, I want to see my face. I think I look lovely. Like a cheerful Santa.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Some kind of super... I think I'm a superstar. I think I genuinely think, like, rather than "Dear Lord, help me, what is this?" I think my answer would genuinely be more likely to be like, yeah, some kind of superstar. Like, I would play it off with humour. I'm not sure I'd be taking it literally, but this is probably the most likely thing I'd say.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
Okay, trying to... rigor mortis and I'm dead. I think it might be because I'm a superstar. I'm not making the face is making itself. I've no idea where it's there, it just is. I'm going to say I'm not making a face, the face
Please
is doing
stop.
itself.
It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
I'm going to keep making the face.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off.
I love the phrasing of it. You've worn a grin into your face and
What
it won't
does it
come
even
off.
mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Okay, so superstardom. I don't know, it's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. Definitely not that's awful. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of putting it off to in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it, or an expression of pain. This one here, there's the sympathetic expression. That feels more like me.
There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Oh, lovely. So, I can dig into my mind to locate the source of the expression, or attempt to stop it from happening at 3%. Let's go with the more likely here. Locate the source of it.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Okay. I guess we attempt to put skill points in to open it again. I guess we attempt to stop it from happening. Could get lucky.
It's too late.
No.
Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex.
So I'm just stuck making a stupid face according to my
for you to cease producing
according to my inner monologue. Let the mirror be for now. I don't think I look that bad. Right. So okay, I don't know if there was a way to the balcony. Let's just try opening this door first. Is it locked? Okay, that seems to be locked. So let's see what we've got. It did say that there should be a way out. So I guess we're just looking towards the front door then. Can't see anything else in the room, so let's go for here. It's amazing how slowly I'm walking. Okay, there we go. Got a bit more speed. Anything else over here? So we've got iguanas, -4 degrees centigrade, bad road conditions. There's something on the table. Take some money. Is it real? Is that? I'll say it's a Brazilian. We've got someone smoking here.
Officer.
Hello, officer. Okay, so I'm actually a detective, not just like a private eye or something, maybe. The year is 51. Wow, I'm a long way out of what I expected here. So let's chat to this person.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her
Miss
lips.
Orange Disco Dancer. Orange. Okay.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Okay, so
A
compared to
silver
me, young.
jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
I'm going to ask about myself.
No.
Okay, wait. I mean, I'm not going to jump to the conclusion of Chief Executive Officer. I'm going to say, because nobody calls a CEO a Chief Executive Officer fully, say, well, why did you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Let's go with are you sure? Yeah, and like the other options of, you know, you're shitting me or goddamn right, I'm a policeman. I'm going to go with are you sure? I'm not that sort of confident.
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days on official police business.
Yeah, official
Now
police
that's-
business is nice.
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
As we thought, we are subject to
You have no
lots of
doubt
drinking.
about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Okay, so we've got suggestion, which is challenging. Cannot be retried. I don't think it's likely. I might not know where I am or who I am or what is Kupri Kanema is, or what a Kupri Kanema is and how I know what one sounds like. Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law, or I should be going now? Let's go who in their right mind.
Don't be so
I shouldn't be a
harsh on
police
yourself.
officer.
They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Okay, why don't I remember being a cop?
Could it be because of the drinking?
It's probably the
She
drinking.
hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Okay, I don't know if I want to try the suggestion. That's not really my sort of thing. Let her know you want. No, not going for that. I think I should just
Of
get going
course.
now.
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Okay, they don't like the police. I'm assuming this is probably actually just
Something
the other
stirs in
residents.
her as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Okay, so I've got a need to ask questions. What if I don't want to before you go? I have some questions for you. Let's go before you go.
Yes.
Okay, so... Okay, the first one of these. What is it they have against police? Where exactly is here? Tell me is it 51 now? Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? I want to go for did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Okay, loud disco music, of course. Any visitors?
Say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Okay, no, nothing we heard there. Loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
We're waiting for the name to connect with you. No, doesn't connect with me.
That. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Okay.
Oh,
we're ashamed of our
where
music,
I come
apparently.
From. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? That seems about
It
right.
would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
Okay, and what happened with that change of
A
pace?
slow, sad song started playing.
Oh,
Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite
sounds
a
like we
while.
had like, what's it?
Some of the time you were yelling along to it.
I was gonna say, what's the word? Like the chant for the dead. Oh, what's it? I know there's like magic cards or something with the same name as it. It's gone out of my mind now, but I was thinking this show of the empty case of the smallest church in Saint Sains or Saint Sain.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world.
Lovely.
It was about that. And also,
Oh yeah. Also
that
what?
it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Okay. When you say wounded, do you mean like in a cool way, like a wild beast, or then what happened? I'm just going with I'm sorry. That seems more like me.
Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me.
Okay.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Oh, good. Screaming. Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? That's so me. What did I do? You're making this up. I'd never behave like that. Let's go with, are you sure I wasn't being assaulted?
No. It didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
Good. Good. I'm a cheerful,
The
happy
window was
person.
smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Good. Okay, so was there anything else? Please tell me there wasn't anything else. It prides me to hear this. Tell me more. Tell me there was more. I've heard enough. Let's go. Please tell me there wasn't anything else.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Oh, good.
I went out
What
afterwards.
a cheerful thing.
Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
All of that was just one conversation option. There's so much depth to this. What is it they have against the police here?
The dock workers are pretty cocky.
Okay, so I'm probably
They think
at
they're
that place
policing
that we saw the...
At least here on the coast. I
Yeah.
can't say about the rest of the city.
What was it we had in our inventory? Oops. Ooh. Okay, so we've got these. Encyclopedia is total 6. Intellect base. I'll come back to this. What is it? Oh, we've done the police. Where exactly is here?
You're in a hostel, sir.
Is this the... Was it the cafe hostel?
We are in Revachol.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything to me. Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world,
Former capital of the
divided
world.
into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Okay, so as far as I can tell then, this means this isn't a world that I actually know anything about. This isn't set in the real world. That's our first actual hint of that. I genuinely, like, obviously there was the whole reptilian brain thing at the beginning, but I'm kind of thinking that might have been just representative of, you know, an unconscious state coming back, whereas this actually implies that this is a fictional world. So, should
You
that mean
sure
something
look
to
like
me?
you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Okay, so we're from a party
Her
town.
accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranier, another part of the
Oh,
world.
Ranier, not orange. I thought it was orange.
It's 51.
What century?
The
Yeah.
current century.
Yeah, what number is that?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
Okay, this is weird. No numbers, just names.
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
Okay, that is a specific amount. What's so funny about that?
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
Good. Okay.
Glad to have been of assistance.
So that entire conversation, I don't know if we even achieved anything. Ooh. Are we picking up the cigarette here to... Okay, so maybe that's going to be like a DNA thing for the future. In fact, no, let's go down because we want to still work our way towards that balcony. If there is a way around. This looks like it might be it. The map tab in your journal lists all the white checks you can reattempt. Okay, so we know we can go back and do things later on. I'm quite liking this so far. Oh yeah, this is the whirling in... Is it, what was it called? Whirling in rags, that was it. Let's see if there's a shoe. There's a shoe! Well, the window doesn't look as broken from here. Is this it? Gust of briny wind washes over you. Okay. So I'm just holding the right mouse button to see if there's any more things to interact with. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, we are definitely at the whirling in rags. And this is definitely not the way we needed to go, but at least we appear to be fully dressed. Oh, what's in here then? Oh, it's an empty cassette case. Oh, that's why I couldn't play it. It's empty. Okay, so... Find your shoe. We've done this. Wait, why is this active? Okay, well... I have got shoes plural now. So I guess I just keep going. Maybe yeah, I move slightly faster now, so... You can try her door, I guess?
The door is closed. There is
try
no
knocking.
answer.
Okay.
You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside.
Let's knock again.
Still no answer.
Knock again much harder.
Still nothing.
Knock again much harder.
Still nothing.
Try the handle.
This door can only be opened with a key.
Okay, I'm not going to start being creepy and opening up someone's room. I don't know why I clicked that button. That feels a bit weird to me. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe Le Monde. I can't remember what Trompe is, but Le Monde is the world in French, I believe. Okay. Let's see where we go. Where even am I? Oh, okay, this is like a panning. This game is gorgeous. Like, everything does look like a painting. We've got a little gig set up here. It almost looks like a launch pad. Oh, it's a music stand. I genuinely thought it was like a launch pad. This is where the lyrics would be. Big old karaoke mic waiting for someone to sing to it. Is this like a specials board or something? Oh, it's a speaker. Okay, connect to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. That's a great phrasing. Seasoned with static. I like that a lot.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Okay.
Everything is cool between you and this guy.
Oh, we failed
He's
empathy.
a big fan. Make some small talk.
So we're not very good at this then, at empathy. No human nature there, so... Let's look at the bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it.
Okay. So we're trying
Looks
to
like
mend...
the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it.
Oh, okay, so it's been a
Most
mounted
likely
one. It's not one he's actually taxidermying right now.
This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindium Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Okay. That's quite cool. A
The
little bit of
small
lore here.
steel tag says as much. The great skua. Stegoarius skua.
So we've got what happened to the bird. Can I help with that? That's the great skua, right? Or say nothing. I want to offer to help. Can I help you with
Look,
that?
your buddy is over there.
Okay, he looks at the door where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Okay, I actually don't think I want to ask him if he's the bartender, but I'm going to anyway, because I want to see if this is sort of it just helps anything, or if it just makes me feel like an idiot asking the man behind the bar if he's the bartender.
No, I'm not the bartender.
Oh,
I'm
maybe
the
I should have asked.
cafeteria
It's in his
manager.
title there, cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Well, let's go with understood. Let's be a bit more empathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that didn't help. Okay, well, let's leave then.
You
What
should
is
totally
this?
sing karaoke here. The first chance you get.
I should sing karaoke
Your
here.
emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic
I didn't
soul.
realise I could click on those. So I've got my soul is immense, my soul is modest, it's normal size, my soul is puny, my soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover, discard thought. Let's go with it's modest, it's normal size.
Exactly. It's measured, level-headed, and it needs to be heard through a PA
Okay, it
system.
needs to be heard through a PA system.
By
of
other
course. By other people. This goes well with my theory I'm developing that I'm a down on my luck superstar person, or what should I say when it comes to it? I think down on my luck
You are
superstar.
thinking you're identified as a catfish prominent joiner. Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing if it comes to it? Because we know that I
You
can sing in
should
my
sing
room.
the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with the sad one.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic, small church song. Who's laughing now? No one.
Okay, so I'm genuinely having like an
You would need
existential
another copy of
crisis.
the tape first, though. The one upstairs is
Oh
destroyed.
wow, it actually wants me to do this and sing karaoke. Okay, I'll have to figure that out at some point. The menu's been wiped clean, only the word Monday is written on it. Wonderful. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu, today starts on a man's handwriting. Okay, interesting. What are these? Oh, can we take these without getting in trouble? A healing item. Okay, so we have health, that's a good start. A water cooler. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to try and make these segments, because so far I'm just very intrigued. Not much has happened yet. We've just sort of discovered a bit of story. What's this? Tidy catch, a glimpse of Union paraphernalia, a strike poster, and some red pennants. Hang on. That's in another room. Okay, so I'm going to have to get into there. A sign reads, Mess Hall reserved for Union members, doors open 1600 hours, not 6 p.m. Promise I can read 24-hour clock. The Royal Pinball machine is unplugged. Okay.
Hello,
What's this?
sweetie.
Cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Okay, we know my colleague is waiting at the door. I'm just going to have a quick look through this room and then I will go to see my colleague. I'm going to ignore that sign for now because I feel like I'll be able to come back later. Oh, something over here. Bottom of the room has been knocked over. Is there anything we can do here? A man is sleeping at the table wearing mudkick boots, rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines with the
A
logo of the
colourful
tree.
piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner.
Carabiner.
Makes your fingers
I've only ever heard it
itch.
called a carabiner before, so I
On
want
the
to steal
counter,
it.
rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
So I can pick up the pills, inspect the piece of plastic on his carabiner, or challenging to try and wake him up. Let's inspect the plastic. I'm not a pill
It's
pusher.
a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
So I'm not going to try and wake him up because that's challenging, but let's try and steal it.
Your fingers find
Okay,
their way
good.
into the shackle, flicking
made it
open
there.
its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
A leather-bound pocketbook, eh?
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
So the document was plastic. So let's steal the document. Let's be interesting.
You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore.
Okay,
Just for the record.
That's all I'm
you
going to
look
go
nothing
for.
like the man on the document.
I don't mind not looking at him. Let's
The
close it
sleeping
and
dock
leave.
worker has little to say about your actions.
And I don't want
He
pills.
remains.
So let's leave it. Oops, I didn't mean to cut that short. He remains asleep. Okay, so I think I'm probably going to see if this all gives us an inkling as to the initial
The
story.
theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes.
Interesting. Royalist themes.
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Okay, the idea of a king and a century gone is pretty fascinating. Wait, where do I get such a crown? Or I'd rather know more about the world of today. I'd rather know about today.
The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what no one knows.
Okay. That's an interesting phrase. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. So is this sort of saying that something else could be coming? I do think my plan is going to be talk to my supposed colleague here, and then
A bespectacled
see what we
man
can
in
do.
an orange bomber jacket
Kim
is tapping
Kitsuragi.
his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Me.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
Glad we get a little handshake here. Do we see the animation or not?
On the sleeve of his bomber jacket,
No.
as well as on its
But that's
back,
okay.
are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your
Yeah,
blazer.
I see. I saw this and I was curious about that. I didn't know what it was. Let's shake the hand. Oh, do we get the animation?
Hello. I'm
No.
Kim
Either way,
Kitsuragi,
it's fine.
Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Yeah, I was curious about those little white
You
squares.
realize he's waiting for your name.
Let's we're intelligent, so let's try and conceptualize a name for ourselves.
Raphael Ambrosius
Ooh,
Gusto.
we failed. That's not good. So I couldn't even... Oh, so I haven't said it. I've just tried to think of one. Interesting. So it's so cool. It's very cool, but I won't come off like a douche if I call myself that. It's very, very cool, but maybe just a bit too ostentatious. Or that is my name. I'm going to go maybe a bit too ostentatious.
No, it's not. Raphael Ambrosius Gusto is one classy name for one classy cop.
Oh dear.
Say it.
I don't have a choice. I don't want to say it. Also, this voiceover sounds like Idris Elba almost.
Yes. Well,
He doesn't even process, just moves on, so it's irrelevant anyway.
Not for a moment does he believe that's your real
Oh, okay,
name.
it was relevant.
He casts it aside as an intra-departmental joke or a peculiarity he doesn't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
I have, but not about that.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
So I've got, you mean him, nod towards the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I just talked to him. No, I haven't. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. You're taking me for someone else. Let's go with... Because I don't think it's necessarily that manager they're talking about. Let's go with no, I haven't. Just nice and simple.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right?
Okay, so there's a crime scene here in the hotel. Well, the
It
hostel.
also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Let's just be honest here. Let's go, I haven't. Let's just try and see what being blatantly honest is and just come across as incompetent.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Okay.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Let's go with no. I'm just going to stick with the honesty approach and see how that goes.
So, the body is still in the tree.
It's been like 3 days and we
where
left a
it
body
has
in a
been
tree.
hanging for
7
7
days.
years straight. We
Wow.
should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Let's get going then. I don't want to admit I
As
can't
to
remember
you,
anything.
officer.
So we've got a little party now.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Absolutely, I should. Let's check my pockets for a badge.
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up. That seems reasonable. Pretend I found it. I'm not going to pretend I found it.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you
Okay, I
to try
definitely
to
do
locate
want to
it as
report that.
quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Okay.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Nice. We can actually just chat to him and like get more information as and when. Okay. I think that's going to be where I end this first episode. This is definitely intriguing. There's a body in a tree. We haven't got to it yet. We've spent 45 minutes playing this game, and all we've done is have a few chats and pick up a few random things. I'm trying to sort of develop a sense of identity for myself and try and be like, I want to be fairly honest, but then I also stole some things because I thought an ID card might come in useful. But maybe I'm just sort of honest with work, but do anything to sort of get to the bottom of things. That could be my approach. Take anything that could be relevant. I'm intrigued. I'm not sure where this is going to go. It looks gorgeous. Like, the pacing is unusual because it is more like a story than a game so far. But looking at the fact we've got healing and health packs, I'm wondering if that's going to be like some sort of combat system, or is it going to be like an event happens and we need to make sure we can heal and like part of a narrative system. It's very, very interesting. We've picked up a couple of things. So we've got dock worker shift card and a cassette case. I don't know if we even get additional stats and things. I'm assuming we can from items, but I don't know if we can like level up. We had this here as well, which is our character sheet. So we've got one in encyclopedia, which I don't really know what these all do, but these are all for different checks, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see how these all come into play later on. We're fine on like coordination, perception, reaction speed, interfacing, composure. A little bit lacking in psyche and physique, but we're intelligent and sort of fairly dexterous, which is interesting. Got a journal here. I don't know how I confirm this is done. Is there a done section? Yeah, so I found my shoe, but this doesn't mean anything. This hasn't gone away. Sing karaoke. Talk to the manager again. Inspect the body. Report my badge missing. And then there's the map. Oh, so these are the encyclopedia for middle. Okay, so I can do those still. Interesting. Very interesting. So I'm going to save it here. I'm going to call that day for now. I've actually, like I said, I'm very intrigued for the moment. I'm not sure where this is going to go, but hopefully you're going to enjoy seeing me figure that out as it comes. So, nope, continue. I almost lost the save then, it feels like. So, very first episode of Disco Elysium. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this so far. I'm looking forward to finding out more about it. It feels like it's one of those things that is going to suck me in and get me really involved, and I can't wait for that to happen. So, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you liked it. Hit the like button. Comment on what your first reactions were by this point in the game. Please don't go ahead and give me any spoilers. I really would love to experience this fully myself. And if you've really enjoyed the content, please go hit that button over on the Patreon and support me over there. But most importantly, as always, have a good day.